2. Yeah, we beat them in every way you could beat a team except on the scoreboard.
Except the scoreboard. Yep. This is our 9th playoff game, 7th of this decade. It's really been a lot more active in this decade. Of course, it helps now in the last 2 years for 2 teams qualify out of every district.
Well, yeah, they changed the format.
But on top of that, we had some 3 other teams participate in playoffs before that.
And they've moved it, they've changed the whole thing. They've moved the season forward to accommodate the extra games. But I think it adds something to the football program. It really does. Gives you something to play for, and I just couldn't be happier about it. And I think, from my perspective, I think it's worked out really well. So it's exciting. It's fun.
Minneapolis overall in the playoffs has a 2-6 record. In the first round games, we're 2-4. At home, we're 1-3. Under Coach Mick, we're 1-1. The most points we ever scored in a playoff game is 38. We did that last year against St. John, 38-36, exciting win. Here's our starting lineups.
Okay.
He's a sophomore, 6'2", 170 pounds. Your quarterback, number 1, Keegan McCulloch.
Keegan McCulloch, number 1, the quarterback.
Wide receiver for the Lions tonight, a 145-pound, 5'8" senior, number 2, Kyle Lonberger.
Kyle Lonberger, number 2.
At another wide receiver spot, also 145 pounds. He's a year younger, an inch taller at 5'9". Number 4, Corey Lonberger.
Lonberger.
At tailback tonight, a 5'8", 156-pound senior, number 5, Jared Schmidt. At the other wide receiver spot, a 137-pound, 5'5" junior, number 11, Dusty Greer. At fullback tonight, a 5'6" senior, 168 pounds, number 35, Alberto Contreras.
Alberto's been hurt off and on the past couple of games.
On the line for the offense tonight, a 6', 198-pound junior, number 51, Dustin Watt.
Dustin Watt gets the start tonight.
At one of the guard positions tonight, a 6', 220-pound senior, number 53, Big Devin Knox.
Devin Knox, been a real force on the defense.
One of the other guard positions, 219 pounds, 5'10", senior, number 63, Bo Klein.
Bo Klein has stuck it in there pretty good tonight. He's done a good job, good solid play.
There tonight, snapping the ball for the Lions, 6', 162-pound senior, number 64, Mikey Rummer.
The big dog.
And the other tackle tonight, a 180-pound, 5'11" junior, number 66, Jacob Klein.
Jacob Klein.
The Lions had a pretty impressive win last week versus Bennington. We had 3 pretty good performances by our quote-unquote skill people. Of course, that all helps with the good blocking of everyone else. But Keegan McCulloch had 237 yards rushing his second week in a row, passing his second week in a row of over 200 yards. He had 247 yards against Washington County the week before. Jared Schmidt had 145 yards net rushing, and Kyle Lonberger had 164 yards in receiving. So 3 big sets of numbers put up there by some of our leaders on the field for moving the ball.
And we're going to have the national anthem. We'll take a moment of silence here to have that
where our nation's colors are
done.
flying proudly in this late October breeze. As we listen to the Star Spangled Banner tonight, presented by the Minneapolis High School Band under the direction of Dennis Hall, let's keep in our thoughts and prayers our servicemen and servicewomen who are protecting our freedoms, both home and abroad. Mr. Hall.
Well, surveying our national anthem, surveying the crowd, I guess I was thinking maybe there'd be more people here tonight, Dave.
I was kind of hoping there would be, but you know, it's not kickoff time yet. Who knows? Again, nice crowd up from Moundridge.
They are, yeah. Moundridge brought a nice contingent of persons. They are having and I'm not sure who did the barbecue. The
linebackers.
Linebackers, yeah.
Yeah. They needed some people to do a concession stand. They weren't signed up for a concession stand because it's extra duty here tonight. So the linebackers are glad to step up and make some money.
And you were saying a little bit about the winner of this game, Dale, or at least if we win, what happens?
Well, the winner of this game, period, will probably play Ellis. And I believe I understand that no matter who it is, they will probably host the game against Ellis. But
well, we'd like to do that.
If we win, we definitely should play Ellis here. That's the official scoop from the athletic administrators that I've talked to. So if I'm wrong, they're wrong.
And again, our three captains for the season: Devin Knox, 53, Jared Smith, number 5, and Alberto Contreras. I was telling you about number 35. I was telling you about the fact that the past couple weeks he's been hasn't played the entire game. He's had
stingers in his shoulders.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think last week was a little more precautionary than anything else. He was still having some tenderness, and the coaches turned out we didn't need it. So why push the envelope? And they pulled him out and rested him as much as they can. So hopefully he's ready to go tonight. You want to have it all in a game like this.
This is the start of a new season, basically.
And
you lose and you go home.
Well, win or lose, this has been a good season for the guys.
Yeah, the Lions won the toss. We defer.
Minneapolis has won the toss and deferred.
We will take the wind at our backs to start the game. Moundridge will receive. They will defend the north goal, and the Lions will defend the south goal. So we're about ready to get underway here with an exciting by-district playoff game sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activity Association in Class 2 1A.
Well, you don't know how the game is going to open up. Last week I was a little bit concerned. First quarter, down 7-0, and really we didn't have hardly anything going in that first quarter. And then, you knocked that first quarter off the game last week, and it was like, look out, Minneapolis,
Yep.
But that first quarter had me concerned. I was not expecting that. Bennington came out enthusiastic, ready to play, and hung it on us for the first quarter, but couldn't hang with us, it turned out. So we'll see what ensues or unfolds here tonight against Moundridge. We have no injury other than last week. You may know that one of the Ham boys went down. They had him on the sidelines, and it turned out that he did, in fact, have a broken ankle. So he is, as you may see on the sidelines, he's on crutches.
Ty Ham, number 45. Knox kicks off. Taken at the...
This is the razzle-dazzle.
Interesting.
Tackle them all.
70, goodness gracious. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's one I haven't seen. Kind of looked like a Keystone Cop deal.
What was there, 5 guys in that huddle?
I'm not sure about that.
They get it out to the 20.
Okay. I mean,
yard line.
I like the handoff bootleg because I think that keeps defenses honest. But I'm not sure about that play. But evidently the coach from Moundridge thinks it's a real deal because he pulled it out of the playbook for tonight.
Up the gut, big hole, and he's gone. Unless Kyle can chase him down, he almost fumbles. That's Corey. Down to the 10, 5, two out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Ouch.
Right up the middle.
4-yard line. My goodness.
How about that for a shock start? Right up the middle.
They are at the Minneapolis 4, 1st and goal. Big hole up the center, and goodbye. Corey chased him down, forced him down with an outside angle.
They hit the hole rapidly, and was gone. He churning inside.
Right up the center again, no gain, basically.
1st and goal from the 4. And it would appear that they gained half a yard, maybe a yard.
3, yeah, down to the 3.
I can't decide where he's going to plant the stick.
2nd goal from the 3.
Well, that's a pretty steep hill to hold for the defense to hold from the 3-yard line or from the 4-yard line on 4 plays.
Fullback dive up the center and in for the TD.
Okay, didn't take long for that to occur. 11:03 remaining in the first period. The opening drive by Moundridge results in a, I don't know.
They were at the 25.
Yeah.
75-yard drive.
Suffice to say, long run.
And they line up for 2.
Now they're going to kick it.
Oh, okay.
It's down, and it is up, and it is good. Okay.
So at the 11:03 mark,
Well,
it's 7-0 in favor of the Moundridge Wildcats.
you got to dust yourself off after a deal like that. Good for you.
Yes, it is.
Well, now we'll have to see if we can answer. Game is quite young, but that's a momentum builder.
Definitely is.
Have to step up.
Moundridge kicker Jason Kaufman.
Back to receive for the Lions. Kyle Lomberger and Jared Schmidt at about the 11.
Kick it away to the Lions. After their opening series score.
That Jared Kaufman, number 3, is 6'3", 175 pounds. So he's one of the bigger kids on the field.
Now a high pooch kick taken by Adam Klein. Caught it at the 32.
That's okay. That's reasonably good field position.
Fielded by number 23, Adam Klein, a 5'7" sophomore for the Lions. And Minneapolis will...
Okay, Minneapolis takes control with the wind because of the deferment. Actually, we will have the wind at our back here.
At the 11:01 mark of the first quarter, we're down 7-0. I formation. Kyle is the tailback. And off Kyle is trying the middle. He bounces out to the outside left. Now he's coming back to the center. He gets to the 36, I believe.
A little juke and jiving.
Before
there was a lot of action and not much yardage.
they take him down.
Number 3, Jason Kaufman. And number 6,
That was a 25-yard, 3-yard run. That makes sense?
Yep. 4-yard pickup for Kyle. I formation. Jared's the tailback now. Kyle's out left, wins to the right in the I. And off to Jared, trying to center. And he gets another 2 yards, maybe 3.
He gets up near the 38-yard line. Tackle made by number 54.
3rd and 4, maybe?
One of the seniors on this Moundridge Wildcat score.
10 minutes
coming up,
remain in the first quarter. This is the Minneapolis first drive.
Gain of 3. Third and
Say it's
4
at
now.
39, yes.
You know, if we have to, we'll be punting with the wind if that be the case, but hopefully that is not the case. We'll just get a first down here and won't have to worry about it. And we did get that first
error. He's up at the first down and beyond, up to the 44-yard line.
Stuck pretty good by Longbill, Lance Longbill. He's a senior, 5'10", 145 pounds, but he put a pretty good stick on him.
So we convert the third down and make a 9-yard gain.
For Minneapolis from their own 45-yard line.
Run to pass and pass to run.
Twins either side. Contreras is the lone setback. Under center is McCulloch. Little flare out to Longberger on the right, or excuse me, the left, and he gives
Nice game.
down the left sideline to the
sideline to about the Wildcat 46-yard line.
47 in Wildcat territory.
I like that 2nd and 2 deal. You know, I just like the options that you have with 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 coming up.
Gain of 8.
I mean, it's pretty wide open. Just about anything goes right here.
Keegan rolling right. Pump fakes. Now he cuts up the center. He's got the first down, still rolling. He gets over the 45.
Unable to find a receiver.
Keegan is running a little, you know, he's improved his running game as the season has gone on. You know, early in the season it was a little bit painful to watch him run, but he has steadily improved and actually makes a nice little run there.
He's at the 45. They're going to measure.
I think it's going to be a first down.
And it is.
First down, Minneapolis.
First down at the Wildcat 45, Moundridge.
So the scramble by
That's the second first down, isn't it, for Minneapolis?
Yes.
So a sustained drive, it's not quite as dramatic as, 60 yards up the middle.
Yeah.
But I like it.
That's what happens on the other end when you get down at the goal line. That's what matters. Okay, shotgun formation. Keegan. He drops back looking for Kyle. He lets it go. Kyle's open. Over his head and in and out of the hands of the defender.
Should have been intercepted. I'm not sure Ford expected to get the ball. Although had the best opportunity to come away with the ball. I think it hit him right in the stomach.
Yeah, we were fortunate that it was not intercepted.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking about. It was there.
Kyle ran into him. Maybe Kyle made him drop it.
Yeah, maybe.
2nd 10 coming up.
second down after the incomplete pass attempt.
I formation. Twins to the right. Kyle's out left. Blitz is on. Jared's got it on the left side. He's at the 40, the 35, 30. He's out at the 29-yard line.
Nice gain. That's going to move the sticks, I believe.
We are at the
Sideline run. Gets driven
like the
out of bounds
28
by
officially.
Jacob Stuckey
Another first down.
at the Moundridge 28-yard line. First down,
McCulloch
Minneapolis.
reads
18-yard gain there for
the
Jared.
armband for the play.
Twins out right. Kyle left. Shotgun formation. No, it's just kind of he's under center, just kind of an offset eye there. Pitch to Jared. He's trying the right side. Alberto's in front. Now he cuts up. Spins. He's still
Ball
going.
carrier is Jared Schmidt,
Gets to the 25, possibly.
sweeping around the right side.
Looks like the line judge is at the 25, so a 3-yard gain for Jared.
Well, it's been a nice drive for Minneapolis so far, but as you indicated moments ago, no points to show for it, and Schmidt is nicked up a little bit. He's gimping back to the huddle. That's not a good sign.
He'll shake it off.
Second down.
2nd and 7 coming for the Lions in this drive. Short 7 here. High formation. Flare out to Kyle, a little high.
And the quick out pass is incomplete.
You know, you get him one-on-one against a defender out there, it's going to be, you're going to have to be a sure open field tackler if you're going to put him down. And that's a big mismatch in my mind, that number 4 out there.
Kyle had some room to run there.
Jacob Stuckey, a junior, at 5'5", 135 pounds. I don't know about that. You need to exploit that. That's a mismatch. Although with
3rd and 7 coming up. High formation. Jared's the tailback. Another flare out to Kyle. Spins.
I say that he was able to grab his shoes, so he stepped up, made the play.
1-yard gain.
I was just questioning his ability, and he stepped up and made the play. So we'll see. We'll see if he can hang tough all night. 4th down. 4-down territory.
4th and a long 5 for the Lions here. Twins to either side. Contreras the lone setback. Jared comes in motion to the right. Keegan rolls right. And, it's complete to Corey.
Boy,
at about the 15, he gets down to the 10-yard line.
He threaded the needle on that.
Did. I thought that was intercepted.
There were 2 defenders that were reaching to slap that ball down, and how they missed it, I don't know. I would have swore that ball was going to be batted down.
It's at the 10-yard line.
Evidently it's 1st and goal from about the 10.
15-yard completion there. High formation. Twins to the right. Hand off to Jared. No, Keegan kept it. He's rolling right. Looking to pass. He unloads and
He got it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Okay. Sustained drive. I like that. That's good football. There's the answer. Now the PAT. A little bit more questioning here. We haven't been terribly consistent with our PATs. And it would appear that it's going to go for 2.
We are lining up for 2. Twins to the right.
Smith still favoring that one ankle slightly.
It's bit the tailback in the eye. And Keegan's rolling left.
He go. Get in there.
He's going to run it in.
I don't know that he got it.
Did not make it.
He didn't go. You got to dive in there. I thought he had it for momentarily. Just short. Had to be by inches. We don't have a good perspective up here.
He did not move the pylon.
Yeah. And admittedly, I'm biased, but I thought he had it, Dale.
Well, he did move the pylon.
Yeah.
So in the first quarter, with
having said that, had it been Moundridge, I would have been certain that he didn't make it.
6:06. The Lions are trailing Moundridge 7-6.
Well, that's two contrasts. Blow it up the middle for a quick score and grind it out for a score. However, we do trail 7-6.
But 5 minutes off clock, basically.
I'm optimistic about our offense and questioning our defense.
Well,
I hope that was an aberration.
Yes,
is that a word?
We will see.
Okay. Let's see if they do that diamond.
That was not the first big run that's been sprung on us this year. Okay, it's taken that 10 almost into the 3-yard line. And they're trying it left. They're got the corner.
Maybe it was.
They get to the
somewhere around the 20.
21.
Well, it turned out to be a reasonable return, considering that the wheels almost fell off of that wagon.
They're at the 20-yard line to begin their second drive.
Well, I'm pleased about
5:59 to go in the first quarter.
I'm pleased about where they're going to have to start. Although a little apprehensive, we're going to have to show that we can stack it.
Here they go. In motion to the right. Ball, the flag. Ball's down.
Those are marker flags, are they not? There's actually a yellow flag on the grass. There's some marker flags.
Flag, yeah. They got a yard out of that run.
Fumble recovered by number 42, Chris Bratt.
That would have been a big turnover. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, huh?
So the Wildcat 21-yard line. 2nd and 9. Two slots, one tailback, one receiver out left. It's double slot on the left side, excuse me. The right slot goes in motion. Tailback follows him, big hole. He's loose in the center again. 32, he's to the 40, the 50.
Big boy.
The 47-yard line of Minneapolis, number 32.
He's pretty explosive off the ball, but he was slowing down with every step. He had a short burst, and he wasn't going to take it to the house.
Eric Loganville, a senior, 5'10", 190-pound running back. Is at the 48.
Eckert, the freshman, number 27 in the linebacking core.
Two backs this time. One receiver left, slot right. That comes in motion. Hand off to Loganville again. He gets to the 45 for the Lions.
Ball carrier is Jason
Makes the 44.
A decent gain by Moundridge. A little power football.
Tackle made by
2nd and 6 coming up for the Wildcats of Moundridge.
Assisted by the front line of that Minneapolis defense. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats.
Same formation. They go in motion to the left. 32 gets the ball. Oh, it wasn't 32.
Ball carrier number 32.
Yeah, it was. Okay. He gets 2 yards up to the 42 of Minneapolis. Brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats.
Eckert, number 27. And Harberger, number 4, making the stop.
Double set for backs. Slot right. Come in motion to the left. And off 32 on the right side. He's free. Got the first down, taken down by Kyle Lomberger at the 33-yard line of Minneapolis.
At this point, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, and that's a little bit worrisome, Dale, because the 3 games that we've lost, basically, we've lost in the line.
Mm-hmm.
So, going to have to step it up a little bit up front.
1st and 10 from the line 33. Loganville 32, the big brunt of the ball carries here in this drive. No, the other back, number 3, is the one that had the long one there in the first play at the scrimmage. And they're going to pass. They're going to try to pass over the center, complete to 32. Loganville, he's down at the 20. Down to the 10. 5. Is there a fumble?
They recovered.
Fumble, they got it back.
That's twice that they put it on the grass and been able to recover.
They move it to the Minneapolis
line number 23 with the stop.
9-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, so far it's been all offense.
One receiver wide right this time, slot right.
1st and 10 from the 9. 2:11 remaining in the first quarter. Minneapolis trails 7-6.
They The slot goes in motion. Hand off to 3, trying the right side. And Big Mike hits him. Couple of guys
pretty determined
going
run.
in and drop him at the 6 or 7.
Tackle made by number 54, Andy Griffith.
Gain of a couple, maybe, 2. Second down.
Minneapolis 7.
2nd and 7. 2nd and goal from the 7. Maybe that'd be correct.
Mm-hmm. That is the correct terminology. One receiver split left, slot right, and a slot left down. Dive 32 over the center. He is in for the touchdown. Loganville. 7-yard TD run at the 1:15 mark of the first quarter. And so far, we have had a hard time finding an answer for stopping that running game.
Neither team has had to punt. Looks like a Kansas City Chiefs game a year ago.
Line at the
all offense. We block it. Kyle Lomberger or Corey. I think Kyle. Lomberger. Take your pick. Maybe both of them. I'm not sure.
I think Kyle had to step on Corey.
They busted through there. Was able to put a cap on it.
So that makes the score 13-6 in favor of Moundridge. We'll be back after this break for a word from our sponsors on the audio channel.
Okay.
We are back. Lomberger and Schmidt set to return the ball, if it'll get to them.
Well, as we've told you, it's all offense with 1:15 remaining in the quarter. Moundridge has scored twice, Minneapolis once. Each team has scored on their each possession that they've had. Moundridge has had the ball twice, scored twice. Minneapolis has had the ball once and scored once. So we're about to have our second shot at it.
There they go. That's more straight-on kick. Schmidt takes it up the 20 and tries the left side. Cuts up the center. Got a gap. He's at the 40. He gets down to the 43.
Okay, good field position for Jared Schmidt. Nice return. Earlier he was favoring an ankle slightly, and I don't know if I can determine that he still is. He's a pretty tough kid, but still that grinds on you a little. We can't afford to have anybody injured tonight.
Also, Robbie Loganville, number 83, and on the stop.
So, good field position for Minneapolis.
First down.
And the Lions take over on the 44 here in the first quarter. Pitch to Kyle, trying the right side. He's taken down from behind, loses a few yards.
Good penetration by the Moundridge defense. They were in our backfield. The Lions going to have to step it up, or it's going to be a long night.
2nd and 13.
Lost on the run of about 3 yards. 2nd down.
One of the things that we were seeing earlier is they're trying to cheat. I wouldn't say cheat, but they're blitzing. And, you got to take advantage of that.
Twins either side. Contreras the setback. Here comes in motion to the left. Keegan's rolling left. Plants. Lets it go to Corey. It's a little in front of him.
He appeared to be open. It was just out of his reach. Coaches picking the appropriate play. Now being hustled into the huddle. Keegan is consulting his wristband.
3rd and 13 coming up. And will we get a play off this quarter? Yeah, clock stopped. 8 seconds to go with the incomplete pass. 2 slots to either side. Dropping back to pass. A little screen.
Yeah, I wondered about
the high screen, incomplete.
With that rush that they were putting on, I was kind of thinking screen. I guess the coach must have been thinking screen as well. However, it didn't work. So Minneapolis will get an opportunity to punt.
There's 2 seconds left.
And that's a good thing because we have the wind at our back.
2 seconds left in the quarter.
Timeout is going to be called by somebody. Moundridge.
Takes time. With that, we'll take another break on the audio channel and be right back. Okay, Jarrett Jones sets up the punt.
He's had some nice punts this season. Opportunity to really put one up here with the wind.
Wins at his back. Little low punt, he fumbles it. Gets it away though.
It's going to turn out to be a sensational punt.
High. Does not go into the end zone. It's at the 5.
How about that for a sensational punt?
Minneapolis bounce goes back to the 7. Super.
Can't be done any better than that. We got a flag down, however. Midfield.
What would it be, holding?
Holding against Minneapolis, possibly?
I wouldn't think so.
No, you don't think so?
Defensive holding, if nothing else.
I don't know. We'll have to wait for the against Moundridge. Yeah, I'm not sure. So what does that do now? Does that give us? That's still 4th down.
Might be half the distance.
Half the distance.
Well, from where the ball ended up.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm with you. You're right.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
Well, it's not a bad thing.
Nonetheless, at the end of 1, the Moundridge Wildcats lead the Lions of Minneapolis 13-6. And I'm not interpreting the call here.
I'm confused.
The ball's at the 7, and they're going to take it half the distance.
Okay, you were exactly right, Dale. I was when you said that, I was considering that it may impact where the ball, they bring it back and it would impact the where the ball would be placed. But a 5 or 10 yard penalty back there would still not have resulted in a first down for us. And then when you said half the distance, I'm like, half? Whoa, wait a minute.
Why aren't they switching in?
Well, that'll be coming shortly.
They will.
Just as soon as they get settled, then the referees are going to decide that, well, wait a minute, the quarter's over. Let's go to the other end. Yeah, I don't think they're aware that I don't think the officials are aware that it's the quarter. But maybe they have to make the play. I'm not sure.
Quarter cannot on a defensive penalty.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, they have to run a play.
Safety?
From the 3.
Would that be good or not? Tell you what, they're pretty strong.
Couple-yard gain.
They're running pretty strong right up the middle. We just don't have an answer for that thus far. So
they get it out to the 9-yard line to the Lions. 5-yard gain. So we'll take another break and be back. On a defensive penalty.
Well, so far we haven't come up with a defensive answer, and it's pretty simple. Up front, you're going to have to make the plays.
2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats from their 7.
Easier said than done. They've got some pretty good sized guys, some pretty solid fire plugs up front.
9-yard line.
Knox is about as tough as anybody, but
there's only one body.
So far they're controlling us up there.
Okay, 2 backs, slot to the left. And he's rolling right on the... No, they did give it to 3. He got a yard.
Yeah. He's a good athlete, 6'3". He's one of the bigger kids on the field. He's a load.
Make it.
Ball carrier was Jason Kaufman.
1-yard gain. To the 9. 3rd and a long 4 for the Wildcats. Be nice to stop him here.
This is, you need, let's get some field position. Gotta get it done.
7-yard gain.
If not here, where,
3rd and 4 for the Wildcats of Moundridge. One back, double slot. And they give it to the slot.
He's outside.
Big room, first down, number 3. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line of Minneapolis.
They haven't gone wide many times, but
they did that time.
Pounded up the middle. It's kind of like run to pass, pass to run up the middle to run outside. And
the 27, actually.
They got it done in that case. Still, no answer for this ground attack that Moundridge has been able to put on.
Wildcats of Moundridge.
Here they come. 1st and 10. One setback. Double slots. Fullback dive up the center. Big hole for him.
He gets there in a hurry.
32, the runner.
Here is number 32, Eric Loganville.
He gets to the 34 of Minneapolis.
Made by Jared Schmidt,
Moundridge.
Senior on that play.
2nd and 3 to go. 7-yard gain.
2nd and a long 2 for the Wildcats.
They continue to grind it out.
Slot to either side again, one back. And they're going to try the left side now. Spin move, gets the first down up to the 41-yard line of the Wildcats.
Not before.
7-yard gain.
Makes a first down.
Tackle made by Jacob Klein.
Probably about a 7-yard gain. That's too many. They're doing it consistently.
1st and 10 from the Minneapolis 41, the Moundridge 41.
Chris Rapp, good enough for a Wildcat first down. At the Moundridge 41-yard line.
2 backs in the backfield now, 1 slot left, receiver wide right. Quarterback looks over the situation, now comes down under center. Takes it, and runs right to pass. Under pressure, gets away, throws it away to the outside.
There were not very many. I'm not sure in high school, do they have
yes, they have an
grounding penalty?
That's what it's doing, illegal. Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was going to say, man, the only jerseys that I saw were on the sidelines.
He did not get outside the pocket before he passed it. Intentional grounding is the call.
Okay. That's a break.
That's a loss of downs and 10 yards.
That's pretty serious.
Penalty against the Wildcats is intentional grounding.
15 yards. 15 yards.
Yikes.
Loss of down of 15 yards. It moves the ball back to the 25-yard line.
You don't want to do that very often. But I think it's a correct call. I looked over there. I mean, it's like,
nobody out there.
Who's he throwing that to?
Not out of the pocket.
And about 25 for the Wildcats.
So we have 3rd and 25 coming up from the 24 of Moundridge.
One of the
running backs.
Best defensive opportunities we've had is right here.
Slot right. 1 receiver wide left.
It would obviously be a passing situation.
That slot comes in motion.
But
the handoff.
They're not going to do it.
And we stack him up at the line of scrimmage. That's number 3 that time, excuse me.
A host of lions, is that a term? A host of lions?
Yeah, a host or a pride.
Pride of lions.
That's 25 1-yard gain for Moundridge.
Maybe that's a host of angels, I don't know.
Brings up 3rd and 24.
Stop him.
Well, huge break, that intentional grounding. If we can make it pay now.
1 setback. Slots to either side, One receiver left.
They would, if they do not convert, of course, they'll have the wind at their back for the punt. And they are going to throw. And a little
knocked away by Jared Schmidt. It was a low throw.
Actually, I'm not sure it was knocked away, but Jared diving almost makes the interception, but it was just too low. He was unable to come up with it. That would have been quite a turn of events right there. Although I still think we're going to have decent field position, but Jarrett Jones punted from I guess it wasn't quite the same situation, but Jarrett hung one up in the wind and it got legs and went way deep. So we'll see what happens
here.
From
the 26, they punt.
No rush.
Taken by Kyle at the...
He's dangerous.
4.
Look out.
Cuts up the left side. He's free. He's at the 40. Got to the
nice return.
50, actually. He's at the 50, the 47 of Moundridge.
You know, when you kick to him or Schmidt, either one, it's an adventure. And, you know, great field position for Minneapolis.
So nice return there for the Lions.
Minneapolis trails 13-6. Moundridge leading with 8:27 remaining in the half. Minneapolis with great field position inside of the 50. And that's Lonberger.
Lonberger at the center. He's at the 40 of Moundridge.
Slicing and dicing. Juking and jiving. Gain of about 7. Depends on who you ask.
He went from there 47 to the 40, yes, so a 7-yard gain.
Good guess on my part.
Gain of a long 8 by Lonberger. Second down for the Lions.
Okay.
Second 2. Oh, to make it 8, yeah, okay. Keegan's rolling right on the option. Pitches to Kyle. He's at the 40, 35, down to the 31-yard line.
That's a jersey tackle. Grab him by the numbers in the back.
Kyle Lonberger's the ball carrier.
They are at the 30-yard line of Moundridge.
They need to, you know, one time in the old days I was reading about some of the tricks that the old pros used to use, and they used to put cooking oil on their jerseys so the guys couldn't grab a hold of them. We needed some cooking oil on his jersey. Some Pam.
Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 30. I formation. Schmidt's the tailback. Kyle's out left. Quick out to Kyle on the left side.
Yeah.
He's covered. He's down with a 1-yard gain.
I tell you what, I was putting number 4 down.
Badmouthing that kid. He urged it. He said, I'm going to show you.
Yeah, he's made it stick twice. I still think it's a mismatch, but it's got to be proven.
Right near the line of scrimmage, short gain, second down and a long 9.
Second down.
Second and 9.
6:50 remain in the second half. Oh, correction, the second quarter in the first half.
I formation. Kyle's the tailback. Twins to the right.
There's that blitz.
Contreras over the left side. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15.
Nice run.
They had a blitz. We caught him in the blitz.
Yes, we did. Nice run by Contreras, number 35. He hasn't had a lot of touches this year, but he made the most of that one.
The ball is at 15 of Moundridge. So a 14-yard gain for Contreras.
For the Lions after the running play by Contreras.
First down from the Moundridge 15. There is 6:33 to go in the second quarter. High formation. Kyle's the tailback now. Twins to the left. Keegan's rolling left.
Uh-oh, busted play. Ooh.
Options it out to Kyle. He slips down at the 20. 5-yard loss.
It appeared to be a busted play. Maybe it was an on-all option. Okay. It just didn't look good from the get-go, Dale.
Yeah, they had it well covered. 2nd and 15 from the Moundridge 20.
For Minneapolis with 5 and counting in this first half.
Twins to either side. Contreras the lone setback. Jared comes in motion to the right. Keegan's rolling right. Plants, gets it ripped to Corey's at the 12.
I think he bobbled and recovered. They're calling it a catch, but about a 4 or 6 or 7 yard. Oh no, maybe an 8-yard gain.
Well, he was moved back. They're giving him forward progress to the 14. He was further up the field than that, but he was moved back on the tackle. It's 3rd and 9.
7 yards.
Well, this would be a big defensive stand for Moundridge if they can stop us here.
3rd and 8 coming up. Back, hand off to Jared. He's got a hole on the left.
Yeah, I think he's going to be.
He's short of the first down.
It appeared
to the 11.
It appeared he had a hole, but it closed rapidly.
By number 61.
Fourth and a long 5, maybe 6.
We were at the 20, weren't we? Yeah, so a 9-yard gain.
Gain of about 3 yards will bring up a 4th and 5 for Minneapolis.
4th and 5 for the Lions. Keegan's rolling right. 2 fakes into the line. Corey's open. Touchdown.
Got it. Yes.
No. They say he dropped it or trapped it. I don't know which.
It appeared that he had it, and then when he rolled into the grass, he left the ball on the grass, and ruled incomplete.
By the end zone official.
He must have dropped it, I guess.
I'm not sure. I don't know if Corey did that.
No, he didn't do it intentionally. Come on.
Well, I understand that, but I think he thought he had the ball caught and let it go. I thought I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Dad, that's your mission for next week. Find out if he thought he had it.
Wildcat take over.
And it appeared that he thought he had it and just left it lay on the grass.
Well, you pick it up and you give it to the official. That's the correct answer.
I guess that, yeah.
Moundridge first down from their 11. And they go to the right over the tackle, get a few yards.
Ball carrier is Eric Loganville, number 32.
Minneapolis 6, Moundridge 13 with 4:07 remaining in the half. Opportunity,
3-yard gain there.
Opportunity that didn't develop. Left some points uncollected there. In these kind of games, you can't do that very often, or you get second place.
In motion to the left. Up the center, Loganville. And he gets to the 20. 19-yard line, make it, of Moundridge.
Number 35, Contreras, and number 5, Schmidt. In on the stop.
They run too strong up the middle to this point.
Gain of 4, 3rd down.
That sets up lots of other things if you can make us pack it in.
2 backs now. Slot to the left, 1 receiver right. And off that tailback on the left side, he does not get the first down.
Depends on where they spot it.
No, I don't even think he crossed the 20.
Okay.
Ball carrier Jason Cox.
So 4th down, is this 4-down territory?
No. Not if you want to keep your job. 4th and 1. 4th and a half yard, he might, I don't know, if he's gutsy.
4th down.
Well, they do not line up in punt formation. So here we go, 2:45 to go.
It'd be a first time. We haven't stuffed them very often.
They're going to try to draw us off, that's what they're doing.
Okay. Okay, good job by the Minneapolis defense not to be suckered in on that.
I can't believe that, Coach. I mean, no matter how confident you are, you don't go for it. When you got a lead, 4th and 1 on your 20. Don't do that.
With the wind at your back. However, we are dangerous. You're going to kick it to us. You're taking a chance. We could convert that to points. We haven't seen that a lot, but this year, but the potential is there.
So here in this timeout, again, the Lions trail 13-6 on a disputed touchdown catch there. We don't know if Corey dropped the ball or if he just laid the ball down thinking it was a touchdown. Actually, if you receive the ball, you have possession, it's a touchdown. But maybe the ref thought he juggled it and dropped it. I don't know.
Well, and he was closer than we were. He was right on top of it, and we were
Go back to punt. Kyle there at the 20.
Or just one lone receiver. Probably playing a little prevent here.
Kyle's back at the 44 of Minneapolis.
It appears to be punt all the way.
It's high, short punt. Bounces at the Lion, or the Washington, the Moundridge 37-yard line.
We talked about it last time, the 2-minute drill with 2:28 remaining.
Better than what I thought. It's at the 32-yard line.
Of course, the pros always talk about the 2-minute drill, and the college teams, I'm not sure high school or do that practice it that much, but on the other hand, I like our chances to put some points.
There we go. 1st and 10 from the 32 of Moundridge. It's a chance to hopefully go ahead here by halftime. Blitz. Keegan. Oh, big hole. Got by the bench, the blitzer. Kyle still going down to the 23-yard line.
Nice run. Lonberger. I don't think so.
Went from the 32 to the 23, so 9-yard gain for Kyle.
Plenty of time with 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. The clock is running in the first half. Some points here would be huge, Dale.
We've caught him in a blitz there a couple times and made him pay. 2 backs now. Keegan rolling left option to Jared. He got the corner. Oh, he did not get the corner. I'm sorry. That back did a good job. He's down at the 25, a 2-yard loss.
At the far sideline. By number 42, Chris Rapp.
So, timeout by the Lions with 1:29 to go in the half. It's 13, Moundridge 6. Minneapolis will be back after the timeout. Okay, we're back at action here. It's 3rd and 2 from the, 3rd and 2 from the 25-yard line of Moundridge. The Lions on the move. Slot right, 1 wide right. Kyle trying the right side. He's at the
Bounces outside.
Still,
get out of bounds. Oh, he had an opportunity to get out of bounds.
No, he got hit before he could get there, I think. He's at the 22-yard line.
Is that going to be a first down? Are they going to measure? They're eyeballing it. They've decided they don't know. So they're going to find out.
Eric Loganville leading the tacklers for the Wildcats. And a run by Lonberger, close enough for an official measurement.
Stretching the chain.
It's going to be
first down from
It's
here.
not going to be a first down by a credit card if it's not.
Yes, that's what they say it is. Short by credit card, Dave. 4th and an inch.
4th and a credit card, he said. Okay, now we get the opportunity. I like our situation better, though, 4th down here than being 4th with your back to the wall, like they were.
1:19 to go in the first half here, second quarter.
1:19, plenty of time I believe we still have 2 timeouts. Is that
I think so.
correct? So,
Kyle's out left, Jared slot right, Twins to the right, Contreras the lone set back.
so what's the call?
Keegan's under center, or will be under center.
You know, do you pack it in? Quarterback sneak?
They're going to try to stop the quarterback sneak, and Minneapolis takes timeout. They didn't. Minneapolis did not like the way Moundridge is lined up.
Yeah, they were ready to stack it in there.
We'll take another break. Be right back. Okay, we're back here, folks. Again, we're down. Let's set the story here. We're down to 1:16 to go in the first half. The Lions are 4th and just a few inches to go here on the Moundridge 23. We were set up for what looked like probably was going to be a quarterback sneak, and Moundridge is lined up perfectly to stop it. So now we set up in an I formation. Twins to the right, Kyle split to the left. A little more power run here for the setup for the Lions. And Jerry gets the call. He's at the 20. Bounces into the 14-yard line.
Okay, that's going to move the chains. Going to be 1st and 10 from the, depends on the spot.
The clock will stop to move the chains.
Minute 9 remains in the half. Minneapolis trails 13-6. Points here would be a good thing, Dale. Be a good thing.
Here we go. From the 14 to Moundridge. 1st and 10. Twins to the left. Kyle right. I formation. Jared's option left. Sets. Passes. Corey's got it at the 10.
They're going to call it a reception?
Yes.
They are going to call it a reception and out of bounds, I believe.
No, they keep the ball moving. Keep the clock rolling. Now Minneapolis takes timeout. Is at the 10-yard line. So the Lions take their second timeout.
45 seconds remain in the half. Minneapolis knocking on the door. Very, very nice evening for the 30th of October. What was it, about 10 years ago, we had one of the worst winter storms we've had in some time on Halloween. But it would seem to be far from that tonight. A little bit of a stiff breeze out of the south. Flags are basically straight, standing straight out, maybe 15, 20. I'm no meteorologist, but a good breeze out of the south, but it really hasn't been a factor in the game.
Merrill Teller at Channel 12 lied. He said it's going to get up to 76 today, and I don't think he did.
I don't think he got that warm.
Close.
Yeah, it was 7. I was kind of monitoring the thing, and I looked at my thermometer in my pickup, and it was at least 71 according to my pickup.
2nd and 4 from the 2. Well, that was the heat bearing down on the windshield.
That was the unofficial temperature.
2nd and 6 from the 10, excuse me.
But much warmer than it could have been, Dale.
That's right. Twins to the right.
And
left.
It would be desirable to get some points
in
here.
the eye. And hand off to Doe. Keegan drops back to pass under a rush. Now he goes forward. He's free.
He got some room.
He's at the 5, and that's 4.
Going to be close to the first down.
He's short of it, I believe.
We don't have a good perspective. We've got 32. The clock runs. We're going to have to do a spike here. It's going to be, well, I don't know if you can do a spike. It's 3rd down.
Oh, well, yeah, 3rd and 2 from the 5. He spiked it.
That brings up 4th. 20 seconds remain. 4th down. 4th and yard and a half.
Out of timeouts.
Maybe 2.
The Lions are at the 5-yard line. 2 yards away from the first down. 4th and 2.
Do you try to entice? Yeah, this isn't a good place to entice that.
20 seconds on the clock in the first half. Lions trailing 13-6.
Do you try to entice an offside?
How's that right? I formation, and what happens now? Moundridge takes.
Yeah, the coach is going to talk about that. Do not jump.
Moundridge takes the timeout. We'll be back after another break.
Do not jump.
Our sponsors.
Well, it's kind of do or die, isn't it, Dale? 20 seconds remain.
In this half it is.
Yeah, in this half.
4th and 2 from the 5. 20 seconds on the clock. We need to have another play called to get going immediately.
Good point.
The clock will stop to move the chains if we get the first down and not a touchdown. But we need to be ready to go. I formation. Fouls out right. Twins to the left. And Hagen's going to be dropped for a loss at the 10. And a fumble. Doesn't matter. It was 4th down. But that pumps Moundridge up. The ball is at the 12-yard line, a loss of 7 yards. So it looks like Moundridge will go in half leading 13-6 here.
Although you have to be careful.
Happens in the next 11 seconds.
You can't lay down exactly yet.
And they're
going to knee. All right.
Go to a knee. So that will, no scoring in the second quarter.
Minneapolis, Moundridge wins the first half, 13-6.
We'll be back after some words from our sponsors to discuss the half. As we're back here, we'll discuss this first half a little bit. Let's review the scoring. It all occurred in the first quarter. First play over line of scrimmage, wasn't it, Dave, if I remember right?
Well, it wasn't a TD, but it was a big gainer. Set up the
70
TD.
yards or so by number 3, goes down to the 3 or 4 yard line, and then they move it in on a 3-yard gain for the touchdown, and their 2-point PAT attempt was good. And then at the 6:06 mark, the Lions score on a 10-yard TD pass from Keegan McCulloch to Corey Lomberger. The pass attempt for the PAT was no good, and the second TD came with 1:15 to go in the first quarter, from the Lions 7-yard line. Logan Bill, number 32, 7-yard run, and the kick attempt was blocked. I'm sorry, they did not go for 2 the first time around. It was a kick. Kick attempt was blocked by Kyle Lomberger, and leaving the score at 13-6 going into the second quarter. And neither side scored. We thought the Lions had pulled off a score there from with a pass from Keegan to Corey Lomberger again, but it was a controversial play a little bit, but it was ruled incomplete. Corey cradled it, rolled over, and somehow the ball was on the ground. We don't know if he dropped it, if he laid it down, or if he never had it. We don't know, but the referee interpreted it as incomplete. Unofficial stats in the first quarter, Keegan McCulloch 7 of 13 for 46 yards. Unofficially, Jared Schmidt 49 yards rushing, Kyle Lomberger 18 yards rushing, Keegan McCulloch -7, and Contreras with 9 receiving. The Lions had 10 yards in receiving for Kyle Lomberger and 36 for Corey Lomberger with 1 touchdown. Obviously, the key to the game so far here in the first quarter, especially for the Wildcats Moundridge, was run.
Yeah,
and
up the middle, up the gut.
Did it with an abandon, but I think the Lions finally started to figure that out a little bit in the second quarter. Try to put a stop on them.
We stiffened some, but still they're gaining too much up the middle.
We've had some nice drives. Probably the biggest thing that we've grown accustomed to in the last few games that we haven't had so far is the big play on our side.
Yeah, we're a big play team. There's no doubt about it. And, you got to credit the pursuit that Moundridge is putting together, because, we'll get a step on one guy and there'll be somebody else filling up. And they're not quitting. They're coming after us.
They do have some speed. Well, Dave, last week we talked a little bit about some people that were close to setting some records, and some records we knew were set already, but let's kind of go over some of those right now. In TD receptions a game, we talked about that last week already. Kyle Lomberger moved past his uncle Mitch Shea for TD receptions in a season, excuse me.
TD receptions in a season?
9.
9?
And he has tied, for career, Jacob Nelson with 14.
Yeah. Now these post-season games count towards that?
Yes, they do.
Overall record? Okay. Yep. So if you're a team that doesn't qualify for the postseason, that's just tough.
You get cut short of some stats a little bit. Well, the same thing happens in basketball and everything else. So, for receiving yards, Kyle Lomberger is number 1 with 777.
You know, that's amazing, Dale, because last year he was a running back and well over 1,000 yards rushing last year, and really didn't get that many touches last year as a receiver.
He had, in his sophomore, junior years, he was over 200 yards each year, but nothing like this year for sure. But he's a big running back last year. He is number 1 in a career now for receiving yards at 1,204. Last week he passed with that 164-yard performance that passed Eric Shoup, who had 1,175 yards. Of course, Kyle in kickoff returns for TDs has 6. He is tied that's in career, he's tied with Dick Gary Jr. for a season with 4. He leads in kickoff return yardage for a season, 754 yards, and he leads in career kickoff returns, 986. Hasn't had much of a chance to do much tonight. Another runner, punt return yardage. Jared Schmidt leads the Lions overall in a career, 705 yards. One thing that could change here very quickly in this game tonight, or if we move on in the future, but career touchdowns, Ryan Mortimer has 42, leading the school. Kyle Lomberger has 41, so that's knocking on the door there. Another potential change here is interesting, leading people scoring the most points in a game. Ryan Mortimer has scored the most points in one game with 32. Both Jared and Kyle have scored 30 points twice and 28 points twice. So they're leading right up there at number of points per game. Another one's real close, career all-purpose or career points. Ryan Mortimer has 260 points, Kyle Lomberger 256. He has not moved closer tonight on that, but he's real close to changing that. Tackles, Jeff Allison leads in career tackles unassisted with 131. Devin Knox came into the game tonight with 126, so he might eclipse that record tonight. Devin leads in a season on assisted and unassisted with 165. In a career, last week he passed Jeff Allison. He now leads the Lions in total tackles, assisted and unassisted, with 377. So, as we said last week, there's several athletes out here leading the Lions or close to leading the Lions in statistics for offensive and defensive purposes.
Lots of record setters.
Exciting team, exciting athletes. And we have a little over a minute to go. We'll take a break for the alma mater. We'll be back. Just a nodded 13-7 lead for the Moundridge Wildcats here after one half of play. Well, a championship game here tonight, basically. It's all championship because it's state. You win, you go on, you lose, you go home, and it's close, what you'd expect to see from 2, 6, and 3 teams coming into tonight. We hope that the Lions can improve what they've done so far in the second half and move on into the second round.
Going to have to find a way to stop the run.
Well, I think we started to do that some more in the second quarter than we did in the first quarter. Obviously, the first quarter was a big plus for the Wildcats in the running game.
A couple of near disasters for Moundridge. They laid it down on the grass a couple of times, were able to recover. So turnovers haven't really been a factor to this point for either team.
That's how El Saline beat them, from what I understand, is they put the ball on the carpet, and they gained 300-some yards on El Saline, but they shot themselves in the foot with some...
Well, they're going to have a couple hundred already in this game, would you say?
Well, I don't know if they have 200 or not, but they're getting probably pretty close to it.
So
again, the Lions should receive here to begin the second half. Since we deferred and kicked off in the first half, we will be going into the wind.
You're going to have
I believe. The captain's coming out on the field to confer here.
Well, I think we're outnumbered. We got all 3 captains, and their team's coming out. Okay.
Okay.
So the officials take it through the formalities, and I guess there's some... They're going to kick with the wind.
Yes,
We're going to go against the wind, which means that in the fourth quarter we will have the wind at our back, but they will get the ball.
So it's gut check time.
Well, they won the first half. We'll see how it develops. That's why you play the game.
That's right. Excuse the dead time here, folks. Those of you listening in Radio Land wondering if we just went away, but no, it's just a little pause in the action here.
Yeah, waiting for things to develop.
We just kind of ran out of things to say, so excuse us. But Moundridge will kick off with the wind at their back.
Again, a nice evening for football for the 30th of October. Probably the temperature in the mid-60s, I would say. Maybe, I guess that'd be a good guess. And Moundridge preparing to kick.
Kyle Lomberger and Jared Schmidt back to receive.
The dangerous duo.
And about the 12-yard line of Minneapolis.
Dale told you the thing that's been lacking for Minneapolis has been the big play.
So far in this game.
Yep. Now wouldn't be a bad place to come up with it right here. They're not afraid to kick to us.
And it's going to go out of...
No, into the end zone.
The end zone before it went out of bounds.
Touchback to the 20.
It angled that direction, and they did what it wanted to do. They wanted it to do.
I tell you what, if that was by design, that was pretty darn good.
Through the end zone before it goes out of bounds.
If you could do that consistently, you could make a living as a pro.
So, with 12 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Lions take over. 1st and 10 on the 20. Slot right is Contreras. Jared and Kyle in the backfield. One receiver to either side. Hand off to Jared up the center. Now it's Kyle. He's at the 30, 35, down at the 38-yard line.
Slashing run by Lomberger.
First down, moves the ball 18 yards.
Nice gain.
To the Minneapolis 38. And that was up the center. Same formation. Kyle and Jared in the backfield. Contreras set right. Option right. Down to Kyle. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Number 2 moved up and caught him at the ankle.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've got this. They've got that figured out. They really got people to fill on that option, and we're just not. That play is just not going anywhere for us. I don't think we've had much of a gain on that play.
Well, the option is you keep doing it, and then eventually, boom, you bust one.
Okay.
2nd and 10 now for
I'm waiting to bust it.
Twins to the right, left. Kyle's on the right side, back to the I formation. Keegan's rolling right, to the left, excuse me. He's keeping it. Twists. He's got a 6-7-yard gain now.
Nice run by McCulloch. The spin move nets him an extra 5 yards.
He's up to the 44-yard line of the Lions, a 6-yard gain.
Also, Jared
3rd and 4.
The Wildcats of Moundridge.
3rd and a long 3.
I'll say 3rd and 4. Is that the 44 of Minneapolis? Okay, here we come back in this new formation again. Contreras, slot right. Kyle and Jared, setbacks. Keegan in the shotgun right between them.
There's the blitz. That's going to be
down.
Motion or something.
Send it off to Kyle, trying the right side.
I'm not sure if we move.
Might have been a blitz coming through. You hit the line too soon.
I don't know. No indication. Legal procedure.
Yeah.
Ball starts the call against Minneapolis.
So it's from to keep a 3rd down, but move us back inside to the 39 of Minneapolis.
And we would be, if we're unable to convert, we'll be punting against the wind. If we do not make it, we need that 3rd and 9 play here. Whatever play that is.
Jared, the setback, Twins to the either side.
There's the blitz.
Keegan throws.
He's out.
Open. Oh!
Pass intended for Kyle.
Get the one hand, could not get 2 hands on it.
Just couldn't get a handle on it. Reasonably well thrown, but it would have been a good catch, albeit a difficult catch. Okay, brings up 4th down. We will be punting into the wind. Jarrett Jones, number 89, the punter, has really hung it up there. I don't know what the distance on that punt that he had earlier was, but it was a bunch. We'll be punting into the wind this time.
Oh, he shanks it bad over to the right. It goes out of bounds at the 40.
Very little net
3-yard line of Minneapolis. 4-yard gain on the punt. 4-yard advancement down the field.
So that's a little bit of an unfortunate development.
That was not what we needed. But those things happen occasionally. You see it all the time in high school, college, and sometimes in the pros. But it gives...
One thing about it, you do that in the pros, you're going to be looking for work.
The Moundridge Wildcats, good position at the Minneapolis 44.
Need to find a way to stop the run. That's been the bugaboo for us to this point. There's number 3 going
down the left side.
He's able to get outside of the defensive end.
And he's got past the 1st down. About a 15-yard gain.
Jason Kaufman, number 3.
He's pretty fast. He's a big boy.
Corey Warburger, number 4.
He's down to the, looks like they're marking him at the 31-yard line. So a 13-yard gain. First down for the Wildcats of Moundridge. From the line 31. And off to 32, up the center. He cuts to the right. Big hole for him. He's taken down on an ankle tackle.
Another big gain.
He's at the 20-yard line. First down.
Chewing up lots of yardage. Going to have to find a way in that interior line to make a stop. Why would you do anything else if you can run it up the middle for 8, 10, 12 yards.
Split left, one receiver, double slot, one tailback. Long delay here, getting this play going. Coming motion, the handoff to the motion guy. Cuts back to the center. And now he's going to the right. Big gainer. Taken down. Into the end zone. 42.
Basically running at will right through the middle of the line.
20-yard gain. He was trying the left side. It was shut off, so he cut back to the center. It could not find the defender to stop him. 20-yard gain for the TD at the 9:41 mark of the third quarter. Makes the score 19-6. Will they go for two? And they will, since they had the PAT attempt blocked. One receiver wide right. Hand off on the left side, number 3.
Going to be in.
He makes it.
And the two-point conversion run by Jason Coughlin, number 3.
And they go up 21-6 in the third quarter when the Lions went 3 and out to start
9 minutes and 41 seconds left in this
on our series. We'll be back. Okay, here we are for the second kickoff of the half for the Wildcats of Moundridge.
Smith, Lonberger, and Eckert in the backfield. Number 27, the freshman. Number 5, Jared Smith. Number 2, Kyle Lonberger. Deep.
teeing the ball up to.
I don't know that I've seen this three-back set before.
No, I haven't either.
I guess they're going to try to cover the corners. Last time they were able to thread the needle, so to speak, and they were able to kick it into the end zone and out of bounds, which was a phenomenal kick. I don't think I can do that every time. And this time right down the middle.
Taken by Kyle, he bounces it up to 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, he's cut to the center, still free. And they try to strip the ball, he gets to the 35-yard line.
Fielding the kickoff up, returning it to near the 35-yard line.
So about a 23-yard return for Kyle.
Decent return. Got to do something offensively.
Well, we come up, 1st and 10.
Getting to the point where we need some offensive movement. We need some points.
1st and 10 from the 35 of Minneapolis at the 9:31 mark. Uh-oh, fumble. Kyle kicks it up. He's rolling left. Now he's coming back up the center. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe.
Scrambling for his life.
That did not go well from the first. He fumbled it after he got it in the shotgun, and then the option left. They had it covered. He cut back to the right, and they met him in the center. 2nd and 10 coming up from Minneapolis 35.
They basically got 3 down linemen, and they're controlling our line of scrimmage with those 3 people.
Running the 3-4 defense. Okay, the offset eye, twins to the right. Contreras had a little cutback on the left side. He's at the 45. Thrown back now. Might have got to the... They're going to give him forward progress to the 43, I guess.
Tackle made by Bryson Huxman, number 55.
I believe, is that not the defense that K-State's using, the 3-man down, the 3-4 with, and they're rushing the, who knows which linebacker is going to be doing the blitz? And I think
8-yard gain for Alberto there.
I think that's what we're seeing here.
Okay, double back set in the shotgun again. Alan Jared. Slot right. Alberto. Hand off to Jared up the center. He's at 45. And goes further. And might
the
be
ball on the carpet. It looked like people were trying to recover a dropped ball, but I'm not certain of that.
They're giving him forward progress at the 46 of Minneapolis.
Schmidt, the ball carrier, number 5.
Which will be right at the first down marker.
It looks like they're going to move the chains.
First down for Jared, 3-yard gain.
First down.
Down by 15 points are the Lions. Official timeout here. Move the chains, get them all completely set up.
We've been told the concession stand still has hamburgers, bratwurst, pie, and brownies.
And as you probably are well aware, this being a playoff game, the loser.
Here we go.
Season is over tonight.
Kyle's a setback now. Hand off to Kyle, up the center. Cuts to the left, gets 2 yards maybe.
Lockberger, the ball carrier, back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more. Jared Kaufman for 53. Making
with that 3-man front, that just leaves so many defensive backs that if you break into the backfield, you've still got tons of defenders to try to negotiate.
2nd and 9 coming up for the Lions.
We've not had the big play.
7:15 to go in the third quarter. 21-6, the score, Moundridge. High formation, Jared's back at tailback. Drop back pass, no, he hands it off to Jared over the left side. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 35, down to the...
Nice gain.
Downs at the 30.
That
36.
That little, I guess, was that a play action? That seems to be one of the most successful things we've run all night, that little delayed play action thing. It looks like could be a pass. Suddenly it's a handoff, kind of go off tackle, and Jared's made that work several times tonight. I guess the opposite would be the
17-yard gain for Jared Schmidt. First down for the Lions at the 36.
The sweeps just haven't worked for us. The option sweep just hasn't worked for us.
Two setbacks with shotgun. Kyle trying the right side. He bounces outside. He's got the corner. He's 45, 30. 25,
he's got a step.
50. Nobody's got a catch. Touchdown, Kyle.
Yeah.
36-yard TD.
Yeah. Well, there's the big play. Wondered where it was. There it was, Dale.
And he has tied the all-time MHS scoring record for touchdowns with Brian Mortimer at 42.
Well, if we're going to continue our season, he's going to have to break that record, I'd say.
6:51 mark of the third quarter. It is now 21-12. The Lions will go for 2. Rear out right. Corey to the left.
This could potentially be big.
2 backs, Kyle and Corey, or Kyle and Jared.
There he is.
Lay hand off to Jared, in for 3, 2.
Okay.
Big hole, huge hole.
And that puts us within 7.
Makes the score, Moundridge 21, Minneapolis 14, with 6:51 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back after another word from our sponsors. Okay, Minneapolis kickoff here. Devin Knox lines it up. They take it at the 27. Big
up the middle.
Wedge set up for him.
Yeah,
it was a high kick. Wayne caught it, slowed it down.
Student body up the middle. And there's just too much congestion and there were too many feet in there, and down went the pile.
They get 10-yard return to the 37-yard line where they take over 1st and 10.
Well, we got to find some run defense, Dale.
Yep.
If we can get the ball, on offense, I'm confident that we can do something. But we have to stop this run.
1st and 10 from the Wildcat 37. Line outside, number 3 cuts back. About a 4-yard gain to the 41.
That's about all we can have been able to do with it. That's too many yards on 1st down.
2nd and 7. Coming up.
Stop out.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Lots of time, 6:15 remaining in the third quarter. However, we do have to find a way to stop this run offense.
All right. 2 setbacks now. One receiver left, slot right. That comes in motion. And off the tailback through the center. Boom. Met Jared and somebody else.
But it's going to be close to a first down.
No, he's a couple yards short. He's at the 45-yard line. 4-yard gain. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Tackle made by Buck Wine. Devin Knox. And number 5, Jared Schmidt.
3rd, a long one.
1 setback. Triplet, go. Twins to the left, slot right. Comes in motion. And off the tailback. He's got the first down and more in the Minneapolis territory at the 49-yard line.
They're able to get 4 or 5 yards on every carry.
First down for the Wildcats from the Minneapolis 49. Just over the 50.
Not having the ability to stuff that run has proved to be costly. Although, you know, good game, 14-21. Minneapolis leads by, it trails by 7.
First down, Wildcats, right at the
Need a good stop up front.
Okay, 1 setback. Slots to either side. 1 receiver left. Come in motion. Up the guts.
Goes the other way.
32 over right guard. Couple yards that time.
That was a little better.
2nd and 7 coming up. Maybe 8. They're at the 47 of Minneapolis. Clock is moving down to 4:15 in the third quarter. The Lions trail 14, excuse me. All right, slot right, wide receiver right. 1 setback. The slot comes in motion. Option right, the quarterback is up the field, 2-yard gain.
No Klein, big hit.
3rd down coming up, 3rd and 5 from the 45 of Minneapolis.
Problem is we're getting close to 4-down territory. Need a blast here.
3rd and a long 5 set up here for Moundridge.
Run to pass. You don't try to pass here, do you? Although they're well set up for it. You have to play defense against the run.
Option. What if the option's got it? He's trying the right side. He's going to be out before the first down.
Alberto Contreras appeared to knock him out of bounds.
Good
That's going to bring up 4th down. We'll see what they do with it. 4th and depends on the spot. Is it going to be enough that they decide not to try for it? I think they're going to go for it.
Oh, they're at the 42-yard line. 4th and a long 3, maybe 4 yards.
Way too early to say this is the play of the game, but this could be big if we could stop them here.
Here they line up to go for it, or are they going to try to pull us offside?
That'd be something to think about too. Need some discipline.
Long way here. Steps under center finally. Option right. Take him down. All right, short. Big Alberto Contreras. Boom.
Big defensive stand by the Lions.
Lions take over at their, that was a loss there, at the Minneapolis 44.
Back on the quarterback. And Minneapolis will take over. 1st and 10.
3:05 to go in the third quarter, trailing 21-14.
Got to give the defense credit. They stiffened.
3 minutes on that drive.
They stiffened and held.
2 setbacks again in the shotgun. Hand off to Kyle up the center. spins, gets to the 49.
The ball carrier. He gets up near the 50-yard line before he is dragged out.
Where do they put the ball here?
2nd and 4 coming up.
Put it on the 49, so a 5-yard gain for Kyle.
Jason Kaufman in on stop for the Wildcats.
Those teams,
2nd and 5 for the Lions.
Those teams have shown the ability to have some offense.
Slot left for Contreras. Shotgun. Jared trying the left side now. He's taken for about a yard loss.
Tell you what, Moundridge has got some defensive speed. They pursue pretty well.
Well, I say he lost. He did not lose. He's inside Wildcat territory. They're 49. 1-yard gain. I saw incorrectly.
Big offensive play.
3rd and 4 for the Lions. High formation. Kyle's the tailback. Hand off to Kyle. Trying the right side. He's at the 40. Look out. 35, 30, 20, 10, 5. Yes. Touchdown, Kyle Lumber. 49-yard TD. And he sets a new Lion record. 43 career touchdowns. Congratulations, Kyle Lumber.
Well, I said earlier how pathetic is that. Of course, we haven't won the game, but I said he's going to have to break that record for us to win this game tonight.
1:37 mark of the 3rd quarter. Kyle, when we were talking about the big plays, we're lacking them. 36-yard TD, 35-yard TD, and a 36-yard and a 49-yard in the 3rd quarter. Both pretty much identical plays out there at the right side.
Yeah, instant replay. I agree.
Timeout by Moundridge.
Well, that makes a ball game out of it. Number 3 would appear to be, I don't know if he's injured or has an equipment problem.
Greer moves out right. I formation. Kyle's the tailback. Twins to the left.
Jared Smith has got the call in most cases.
He's trying to bounce out, and he's taken for a loss.
Too much pursuit. Good pursuit by Moundridge.
Makes the score Moundridge 21, Minneapolis 20.
Still in the 3rd quarter. A minute 27 remains in the 3rd quarter. Minneapolis will have the wind at our back during the 4th quarter.
Sponsors, we'll be back. Okay, the Lions kick off. We're outscored them 14-7 here in the 3rd quarter, but we're down by 1, 21-20. Deep kickoff goes to the 20, bounces at the 16, and they got out of bounds.
All right.
There's no penalty there. They touched it first.
They touched it, took it out of bounds.
They get the ball at the 14-yard line.
A nice break. Well, the key, Dale, from this point out is if Minneapolis can dominate defensively, we will win this ball game. That's my prediction right now.
Well, and get one more score.
Well, I'm not.
We have to have one more score. We're down by a point.
Well, I understand that, but I'm not concerned about our ability to score. Is that naive?
No. It's not naive. It's just a fact of life. We have to have one more score. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their 14. And off the tailback, tries the right side. He's big gainer. 1st down. 32 is the runner, Loganville.
He has.
And if you volleyball fans remember, that was the name of the big girl that was killing us in volleyball. Up to the 27-yard line of Moundridge. 1st and 10.
On the last possession, Minneapolis defense stiffened and rose to the challenge. Stopped them on 4th down. We took over on offense, and it resulted eventually in a touchdown.
One setback again, Loganville. Slot to either side. One split receiver. Kevin motion. Loganville up the center. Big hole for him. 3 Lions take him down after a 4-yard gain. He moves the ball to the
ball carrier Eric Loganville once
No,
2-yard line.
No turnovers
5-yard gain
that I can think of, Dale, tonight.
No, none so far. They laid it on the carpet a couple times, but okay, that was about a 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6 coming up.
Gain on the run by Loganville.
Winding down to the end of the third quarter.
13 seconds to go. Moundridge keeps the 12 trying the right side. We're tracking. He slips.
Slips and falls. No gain.
Maybe 1 yard.
Small gain. So that brings up third down situation. This is a big down.
Clock expires in the third quarter. The Lions trailing 21-20 after outscoring the Wildcats of Moundridge 14-7 or 14-8.
Well, Dale, this is good high school. This is good high school football. You know what? It's enjoyable to watch. A lot of offense. This is great.
Championship playoff.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
this is what it is.
It's nice to have blowouts, but hey, this is exciting as long as we win.
Yeah, I like the blowouts when we're doing it. Although, you know, I don't know. I say that, maybe I'm being sour grapes. If you're Smith Center's at fun, nobody scores against us, we win by 50 every game.
You'll probably start yawning pretty soon.
Yeah.
Guys, when will the world ever grow up to join us?
Yeah.
I don't know, at the track meet last spring, regional track meet, they were sure a bunch of them strutting around with their big old T-shirts and all the lists of their conquests.
Yeah, take a long T-shirt, wouldn't it?
Extra large.
Extra large. Yeah. 2X.
1 quarter to go here. The Lions trailing by 1. Moundridge is driving. They've gone from their 14.
Well, this is
to the 32. It's 3rd and 6.
This is a great opportunity to make a defensive stand to turn this game around. They're going to have to punt
into the wind.
If we were able to hold them here to a situation where they would have to punt, they would have to punt into a wind, and it's still brisk out of the south. They would have to punt into the wind, but we have to stop them on this defensive stance.
Slot right.
There it is.
And the reverse. Boom! Devin Knox in the back.
Oh, that's Bo Klein, 63.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Bo Klein comes up big.
Yes. I saw the 3.
Great hit. Great hit by Bo Klein. Brings up fourth down
to the 30.
I'm going to say this is a punting situation. They're going to punt into the wind. Going to have to punt to the dangerous duo. You know, this would be huge right here. If they would.
Schmidt and Lomberger back to the line 40. And they're going to punt into the wind.
They're going to cover the sidelines.
Their one touchdown came on a horrible Minneapolis punt into the wind. The result of it, anyway. He angles it to the right.
And it's going to come out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the...
somewhere around the 45, maybe the 44.
43-yard line.
Yeah, I'm going to say you ought to move up to the 46 at least.
First down.
First down, Minneapolis.
Well, I like the field position.
46-yard line.
Well, this is exciting, Dale. 11-12 remains in the third quarter, fourth quarter. This is it. Minneapolis won the third quarter. If we win the fourth quarter, we're going to win this game.
We're down 21-20. Kyle tries the right side. And he's still going. He's at the 50, 45, 40. Turns. He's at the 35-yard line of Moundridge.
What a run. I'll tell you what. Kyle Lomberger is turning it on tonight.
A 21-yard gain by Kyle Lomberger there.
Sensational effort by Kyle Lomberger. He has just proved to be all kinds of problems from Moundridge.
Okay, shotgun formation, double setbacks again. Toss out to Jared.
Oh, man, you got to make that throw.
Well, yeah, he threw it a little far forward. Jared was well back from it. It was well covered. They had a man out there to cover.
Yeah, they did. But the pass was not on the money.
10:57 to go.
Their coach is convinced that ball was live when it went to the ground.
Well,
the referees didn't seem to be convinced of that.
I formation. Kyle is the setback. And off Kyle over the right quarter. He cuts outside. He's
first down.
Way beyond the first down to the 20-yard line, out of bounds.
So far, Moundridge has not got an answer for Lineberger.
15-yard gain to the 20 of Moundridge. Well, you know, a year ago in this first game, Kyle had over 200 yards in rushing. And he's coming up with well over 100 yards here.
You might have to call him Mr. October.
Ball is on the Wildcat 20.
Okay, the Bill set back in the shotgun again.
Timeout.
Timeout, Moundridge or Minneapolis. Timeout, Moundridge. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Lions trailing 21-20, but on the move. Okay, we're going to set to come out of the timeout here. The Lions, again, are trailing 21-20. We are on the drive right now. We are first and 10 at the 20-yard line of Moundridge. Big 15-yard gain there by Kyle Lomberger over the right side.
Early in the fourth quarter.
We set up in this new formation again, new this year. Shotgun formation, Kyle and Jared to either side of the quarterback. And he hands off to Kyle, cross back to the left side, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
I don't know.
20-yard line.
No, they're going to...
20-yard line,
Okay.
19-yard gain.
We've done that twice. We ran down there, knocked the pylon over, and the officials have... I'm not sure the officials were in a position to actually judge that. They were behind the play, and I'm not sure they had a great angle on it.
Oh, there's a flag. Doesn't matter. Back at the 19-yard line, and they're talking to Moundridge. Usually, if the pylon goes over, it's TD. Holding is the call.
That changes things.
Back to the 29-yard line now.
Well, I'll tell you what, this offense that we've come up with here, the coaches come up with, is really giving Moundridge fit, and rightfully so. You know, Lomberger or Smith, what are you going to do?
First and 20 from the 29.
It really spreads the defense when you have those kind of options. It puts a lot of pressure on individual players.
Okay, now we're back to the I formation. Jared Kyle's the tailback. Jared is in the slot right. Rolling right is Keegan under pressure. Gets rid of it. Throws. Oh, it's caught by who?
Schmidt?
Must be Schmidt. Gets a few yards.
Good to Jared Schmidt, and he is right down near the 26-yard line.
You know,
2-yard gain.
We have not got that many yards passing tonight.
No, we haven't. Second down to the 26-yard line.
But with a three-man front, you have a lot of people on the defense in the backfield.
Second and about, I'd say 16, 17 yards to go. 10 minutes to go in the game. The Lions trailing by a point, 21-20. Handoff to who? Smith. 20, 15. Right down at the 14-yard line.
Jared Schmidt, the ball carrier, he's driven out of bounds. And about the
Long gain, but we just had too much real estate to get
13-yard
back.
gain. 13-yard gain. He's up 3rd and 5 now.
Do that again, and it'll be a first down.
14-yard line of Moundridge. Say the 14, I guess.
Well, this is definitely 4-down territory, so we need to make a nice gain here, but it's not critical that we get the first down on this particular play. Weedle's in the game, number 81, as a wide receiver.
Back to that double back set. Kyle's trying to...
He's got a hole.
5.
He's going to be in there for the first down.
I believe.
ball carrier, number 2.
He's got him at the 6. First and goal from the Moundridge 6.
Moundridge has got no defensive answer.
Well, there's been some good holes there, Dave. That's
yeah.
We're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Yes, we are. I agree. Dale, good point. The line is now, the momentum has switched to our line. I agree.
Formation, twins to the right. Kyle's on the left side. Jared, the tailback. Hand off to Jared. Trying the right side. Gets maybe a yard to the 5.
The handoff goes to number 5, Jared Schmidt. He is stacked up in the middle.
Short gain. 2nd and goal from the 6. 9:08 remaining in the 4th quarter. Minneapolis trails by 1 point.
They've got it at the 5. 1 yard gain.
Minneapolis 20. Moundridge 21.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Minneapolis on the drive.
Twins to the right. Corey left.
We'll see if Moundridge can.
Offset eye. Kyle's the tailback. Dr. Alberto, and he's stacked at the line.
No gain.
Brings up a 3rd and goal from the 5.
They had that sniffed out.
Down to 8:25 to go in the game.
That was a good idea. Nobody, it's been Smith, Lonberger, and they were going to try to sneak one in there with number 35 Alberto, and luck of the draw, they just happened to be at the right place at the right time.
Corey split out right. Wheedle to the left. I formation. Kyle is the tailback. Jared in the slot right. Claygan's rolling right. Smith's open. It's in front of him.
Behind him, actually.
They're behind him, yeah.
Yeah.
Pass intended for Jared Schmidt is incomplete, and that will bring up a 4th and
5.
from the 5-yard
This would be a huge defensive stand if Moundridge could make it stick.
4th and goal from the 5. 7:54 to go. The clock stops with the incomplete pass. Come on, Lions. Get her done.
Keegan's pass off the mark that time. Smith really had no chance to come up with that ball.
Okay, double set back.
This is the formation that's really been fruitful for us.
Jared,
he's got it
over the right side. He makes it in.
Yeah, that's the formation that has killed Moundridge tonight. They have had no answer for that.
PD with 7:48 to go. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening. And 3rd this half, actually. Looks like Klein is hurting a little bit here. Our lineman, we don't need that. He's sick. Like sick to his stomach or gasping for air or something. Might be one of those kinds of things you don't want to talk about. Andy Griffin comes in. Line up for 2. 7:48 mark. The Lions go up. 26-21, and they go for 2. Same formation, dual sets in the shotgun, or dual setbacks in the shotgun. One receiver to either side.
This would.
Jared over the left. He's in.
All right.
Yes.
Huge. That makes it a 7-point lead.
28-27 Minneapolis. 28-21 Minneapolis. Excuse me. With 7:48 to go in the game. We'll be back after another.
If we can play some defense, we're gonna win this game. If we can play some defense, Dale. Although I haven't been paying any attention. Is Klein back in there, or is he still on the sidelines?
Well, I don't know. He was out for that play. I don't know.
63.
He went out for that one play.
Is he on the field? Still don't see him. Oh yeah. We can't. He's got to be able to play.
We're off the air, Dave.
I know. I'm telling you guys.
All right, we're back, folks. Devin Knox set to kick up. The Lions have their first lead of the evening, 28-21. 7:48 to go in the game.
Kicking with the wind. We can't let them do anything stupid here.
Deep kick going to the right. Bounces at the 15. Coming up the center of the field.
Look out.
And big run back to the 39-yard line of Moundridge.
Mike Rupert, number 64, was able to grab a shoelace, tripped him up.
From the Moundridge 39, they take first and 10.
Tackle made by Kyler Moody for 44. Cody Ham, number 33, also in on the stop.
So now it goes to the defensive side of the ball.
First down from their own 39.
We had some big stops there in the third quarter.
Yes, we did.
We need to keep that up.
We sure did.
Two-back set. Trying the right side, number 12.
Oh, big hit. I'm not sure.
Who was that? Didn't take it down completely.
I don't know.
That was Kyle, was it?
I don't know.
Jared Smith.
Somebody put that's pretty good athleticism to be able to put a hit like that on a guy and he still gets a strong 5, maybe 6 yards.
Second and 5.
That's some determining. That's some determined running, Dale.
Yep. 6-yard gain, second and a long 4 coming up, basically.
Moundridge is going to come out. Their back's against the wall. They're going to try to do it.
Double slot. One setback. One slot goes in motion. Fake to him. 42's got the ball around to the right side. He's got the first down. He's in line territory to the 46-yard line.
They're running their offense with some determination.
The Minneapolis 45, first down. Clock's down to 6:47.
Defense has got to stiffen.
Do the job, boys. Let's do the job. First and 10 from the Minneapolis 45. Double slots again, one setback. One slot's lined up inside the tight end here. 42 or 12 gets a couple yards.
No, 53.
32 was Roganville with the ball carrier. Gets to the 43-yard line of the Lions. Second and 8. Coming up for the Wildcats of Moundridge.
7 now from the Minneapolis 43-yard line.
Moundridge mounting a little offense. Their backs are against the wall here a little bit.
Double slots, one setback, one receiver left. Comes in motion left, they hand to him, 42, cuts up. And he gets 5-6 yards. Makes up a third and what? Third and 2? They're at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line of the Lions. 5-yard gain.
That'll bring up a third and 2 for the Wildcats.
Third and a long 2 for the Wildcats. They will go for it if they don't make it here on the fourth down, I'm quite sure. Double slot again. One setback. He's stacked at the line. He does not make it.
Well, I would say this is 4-down territory.
Yes, it is.
He is stacked up by Contreras and Schmidt.
1-yard gain.
That much more, and they'd have a first down. If they can do that again, they'll have a first down.
He's at the 36. Up the right hash. 4th and 1.
Need to be careful we don't jump here.
4:25 to go in the game. The Wildcats are on the drive. The Lions
Defense
are looking for a stop.
Defense is keyed up. We need to not jump.
2 setbacks. Slot right, 1 receiver left. And a timeout by Moundridge. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
Okay.
He'll be flashing at you, letting you know. Need to stop. Here comes motion to the left. Fullback dive. He's got the first down.
Yep.
A fun ball. Who has it?
Ball's on the court, on the grass.
Moundridge has it. They put it on the carpet for the 3rd time tonight and get it back.
Ball carrier was number 32, Eric
It's at the Lion 33-yard line.
Might come down to the PAT, Dale.
There's no other battery. It'll start letting you know. Oh, it's flashing. It's flashing. Better get ready for this one.
Okay. Moundridge continues to drive. Their backs are against the wall. They're down by 7. Minneapolis leads. 3:47 remaining in the game.
He's rolling left.
Pass.
He's going to pass. It's blocked. Tipped. Intercepted? No, it's complete.
Ball's on the ground. That's a fumble. That's a recovery.
What are they saying? What are they saying?
There's no way that's not a fumble.
Yes. Yes. It's at the 16-yard line. They had a pass completion and a fumble.
That was a strip. I'm not sure who it was on defense. Reached in there and stripped that ball out. For a second, I thought the officials were not going to allow that maybe they were going to call it an incomplete pass, but clearly in my mind that was a fumble, and clearly in the referee's mind as well. And, Minneapolis takes over on offense. We can mount a drive here. We're gonna win a game if we can mount a drive. We need a couple of first downs.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Is it Jared? Up the center. He gets to the 19.
Ball carrier, number 5. Up there, the 20-yard line.
Ended our back. If we can mount any kind of drive.
3:02 to go. Second and 8. Hand off to Jared. Kyle trying the right side. Bounces up the center. He gets to the 23, maybe.
Short gain. 3rd down. We need a first down.
3rd and 6 to go. Couple yard gain there.
Tackle made by Joel Sugars, number 12.
You got to pull something.
2:30.
Got to pull the rabbit out of your hat here.
Even if we have to punt, it's with the wind.
Yeah, that's true. We need 7.
That would drive it back. But we need a first down.
The first down is huge. Going to be roughly 2 minutes to play.
High formation. Kyle is the tailback. Jared goes in motion to the right. Hand off to Kyle. Tries the right side. Bounces outside. He's got the first down.
Look out. Gone.
40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Kyle Roberts, 4th touchdown of the game from the 23-yard line of Minneapolis.
This is a Kyle Lonberger show, I'll tell you.
Is that senior coming up big tonight, or is he coming up? I thought they had him.
Yeah.
And somehow he sprang free. Big yardage game.
Look at it. We got a dog.
87 yards. There's a dog on
There's the victory dog.
77 yard.
There's the
run by Kyle Lonberger. Let me have some action, dog says.
Yeah. He's having more fun than a train wreck.
Yes, he is.
I don't know who's
in the game. The Lions are setting up for 2 here.
Uh-oh, here he comes.
Here he comes back. Kenny Hendricks trying to corral him here. I'm going to think about it here. Okay, we line up for is he going to go on the field or not?
Going to go for 2.
Up. Contreras tries it, and he gets stopped.
That little quick cross buck.
Here we go for the kickoff with 1:57 to go in the game again. The Lions leading 34-21. A big explosion here. 4 touchdowns on the ground by Kyle Lonberger all in the second half. Woo! Explosion. Pooch kick, take it up. Let's have a fumble. They take it up. And they've got it at the... Is that Jared or Knox down on the ground? We don't need that.
There was some hard hitting going on.
The ball's at the 33-yard line of Moundridge. And we have players shaking up. Does not look good. Is that Devin?
I can't tell.
Injury timeout.
I do not see 53 anywhere on the field.
It's a 3 on the back number of that player.
Yeah. And Devin would be on the field, I would reckon.
Take a short break here. Be right back. We need him next game. Getting up. He's collecting his senses. They're still talking to him. Again, he's not favoring a leg or an arm or anything. I think he must have been dazed. Must have got a good hit, and if you laid a good enough hit on Devin Knox to knock him silly, you had to deliver a heck of a blow. He is one big fella. And he's slowly coming off the field under his own power. What a warrior. Leads the Lions' career in tackles. Took over from Jeff Allison in this last game against Bennington. Looks like he's holding his mouth. So,
yeah, you know.
Like got hit in the mouth or something. Of course, he wears a mouthpiece, but he's probably done for the night. Takes the helmet off now. So we're in a timeout situation. Moundridge, let's set this up. It's 1:57 to go in the game. The Lions are ahead by 13 by a score of 34-21 after an explosion here in the second half after Moundridge scored opening the third quarter. And we were kind of mumbling to ourselves. And now they have 1st and 10 on their 33-yard line, down by 13 points with 1:57 to go in the game.
Adam Klein would appear to be the linebacker replacement.
Eckert is...
he's been linebacker.
Okay.
They moved.
Thrown left to pass, under pursuit by Klein.
Oh, that's grounding.
No,
that's grounding.
He was out.
Was there somebody out there?
He was out. He was away.
Oh, he was out of the pocket.
Well, no.
No, they're going to call it grounding.
Maybe the rules are a little bit different here that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, because he would have been well out of the pocket, and I do not know what the rule is, but obviously there was no receiver in the neighborhood.
He is called for grounding. That's 15-yard penalty, loss of down.
Man, they don't learn. You don't want to do that.
Well, because and the thing is, he would not have been a 15-yard loss. It would have been loss of down, but it wouldn't have been a 15-yard loss. 2nd and 25 coming up for the Moundridge Wildcats. 1:50 to go. Trailing the Lions by 13.
It's all pass, and I guess that's the thing that's playing into our strong suit now. Knox would be our defender against.
Looking deep. Covered by Corey, way over his head.
Knox would have a huge impact against the run and not maybe quite so much against the pass, and they're going to pass, and we're having the defensive people that we have in there to replace Knox would actually be a strength against the pass. So, and obviously that's what they think they need to do. I think they'd probably be more successful trying to run the ball against us right now. But
3rd and 25. 1:42 to go in the game. The ball is on the 18 of Moundridge.
The passes don't burn much clock.
And
look out.
They're trying the right side. It's option. He's looking to option it. Pass. Taken down at the 12-yard line. 6-yard loss. This is a halfback option. He was looking to pass down the field.
Good pursuit by the Minneapolis defense.
3 Lions taken down. Bo Klein in the middle of it.
That was that K-State Jordy Nelson play where you pitch to the halfback and then he throws deep. But it didn't work. The only problem with that.
4th and goodness.
And the clock continues to run.
Now, down to minute 5. And are they going to punt? They are not really in a punt formation.
4th down.
Under a minute. Rolling left. Throws. Incomplete.
Not there.
The Lions are going to take over, and they're going to win their third ever playoff game in school history.
This is going to...
1 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line of Moundridge.
Minneapolis will be one of the remaining 16 teams, one of 16 remaining in 2A after tonight.
The record will move to 7-3, probably to play Ellis here this next Saturday. Timeout. Moundridge will be back.
Barring a large upset by Ellis, or by one of the teams playing Ellis. Osborne. Okay.
Ellis ain't the shabby team. They beat Norton. All right, folks. We're back. 51 seconds to go. 34-21 the score. Minneapolis over Moundridge. 4 big touchdowns here in the second half.
Well,
by senior running back Kyle Lomberger.
We talked about the matches tonight. There'll be some pretenders that'll be weeded out tonight. And I'm not sure if Moundridge would be a pretender. They're not a bad team.
No, they aren't. We're going to kneel on the ball here. 51 seconds to go.
We'll have to do that one more time. 40 seconds remain in the game. Minneapolis leads 34, Moundridge 21. What a turn of events, Dale. Exciting high school football. And it's real exciting because our team's up, right?
That's right, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Moundridge probably doesn't think it's quite as exciting as we do. And down to a knee. That will end the game. Minneapolis will win tonight, 34-21. Minneapolis over Moundridge in the by-district, what did you call that, Dave?
By-districts. These are the by-districts.
By-district?
By-district champion.
Okay.
A little trophy out here will be presented tonight.
Well, congratulations to the Lions.
2 years in a row, we're by-district champions.
Yep, that's really great for the kids.
Minneapolis winner, 34-21 over the Wildcats of Moundridge to take this fight.
34-21, final score, and what a turnaround in the second half. What a turnaround.
That means Ellis will come to town here at Minneapolis on Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Congratulations to the Lions on a great season and a great win tonight.
At 5 o'clock Saturday in the next round.
5 o'clock Saturday, is that what the PA announcer said?
Yep.
Dennis Forsler, the PA announcer.
We'll take a little word here from some sponsors, and we'll be back to discuss this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have your attention. The by-district champion, Minneapolis Fighting Lions. And the by-district champion plaque is presented by Minneapolis Senior High Principal Jay Macy.
Okay, here's the presentation of the by-district trophy.
Minneapolis fans, here are your by-district champions, and once again, they will return here to action Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock to face an Ellis team that beat Osborne tonight 48-0. We'll see you all back here Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock for the next round.
Congratulations are in order to the coaching staff, Coach Mick, and the boys for the hard work that's paid off in a victory tonight. 34-21 winners over Moundridge in the by-district playoff game. Sets up a game Saturday at 5.
Most probably Ellis.
And we think that game is here.
They're announcing it would be.
5
o'clock here.
Okay.
Probably against Ellis unless Osborne pulled off the upset. Let's talk about the game here. No stats. Started trying to keep some unofficial stats the first half. Things blew up in the second half, and I didn't get her done. Moundridge led us 13-6 after 1 half of play. We thought we might have been ahead, but we'll have to go back and review that potential touchdown pass on film, see what happened. But we trailed 13-6 at half. Second half, we came out. The wind at our back. No, we're going into the wind, but we got the kickoff. 3 and out. We had to punt, and Lord have mercy, shank to the right, 3-yard gain on a punt. Set them up big time, that 33-yard line or whatever, and 3 successive plays. They took it in for the TD to go up 21-6, and I think all 3 of us are up here kind of going, is this going to be it or not? But golly, things changed around from there real quick. In the third quarter, 20-yard TD, third quarter at 6:51 mark, 36-yard TD by Kyle Lomberger. Jared Schmidt, 2-point PAT run. 1:37 mark, third quarter, 49-yard run by Kyle Lomberger. We've been talking about at the halftime. We haven't had big plays. There's boom, 36-yarder and a 49-yarder, both by Kyle. And Kyle tried the extra point run, no good. We were still down by a point, 21-20. Third quarter, 7:48 mark, 5-yard run by Kyle Lomberger, 2-yard PAT run by Jared Schmidt. We're up. 1:57 to go in the game. 77-yard run, Kyle Lomberger, 4th touchdown of the second half rushing. And 35, Contreras tries the 2-point conversion, no good. Final score, 34-21. 2 exciting years in a row of bi-district games. Exciting runs. I don't know how many yards Kyle's going to end up with. Well over 200 yards, which is exactly what he did last year in that game. And he has not been the ball rusher this year. It's more on the offensive pass receiving. Well, but we changed our alignment this time, and that coach came up with the shotgun formation. Jared and Kyle sitting there on either side of the Keegan in the shotgun, and Lord, what do we do? Which one are we going to give it to?
It overloads the defense. It really does. I mean, how do you can't cheat on that. I mean, how are you going to, either one of those guys can run over you. And, is great, I guess I'd have to say great coaching to come up with a formation like that accents the advantage that those 2 guys bring.
So the Lions move to 7-3 on the season and move on to the regionals. Yes, I think it's the regionals. 3-6 record now in playoffs, and Coach Mick moves his record to 2-1 as the coach of the Lions in the playoffs. Congratulations, Lions. You really did an impressive job tonight.
Tell you what, that was exciting. And of course, some people like defensive football, but hey, I like offense. I like, let's move the ball up and down the field and get some things going, and that's pretty dang impressive.
I can appreciate a good defensive game, but I agree with you. I like it when the scores are, especially when we're putting up the scores, or lighting up the scores.
Yeah, that makes it a lot better, doesn't it? When we're, Moundridge isn't quite so giddy about this situation right now. But hey, I tell you what, they've got some good athletes. They've had a good season. They're now 6-4. They were 6-3, and tell you what, they're a good team. They've had a good season. Somebody had to lose.
If you're listening on the internet, boy, do your best. Come out next Saturday, 5 o'clock. Cheer on the Lions against probably the Railroaders of Ellis. If you've listened to this game on Channel 37 during the day, make your plans. Come down and do some tailgating. Get ready to support the Lions.
Do you know if they're going to have some tailgating situation?
Oh, I'm sure the linebackers, somebody will probably have the gate like they had the tonight.
Yeah, if you're sitting at home watching this Saturday morning thinking, well, what am I going to do this afternoon? Why, if it's not terrible weather, we hope that it's going to be reasonably decent. Come out, support the Lions.
They have done everything they can to gain your sport. They need it. They've shown it. Wow, what an explosive team.
If you're a fair weather sports fan, you like winners, well, you ought to be here because this is it.
And you witnessed a new record set by Kyle Lomberger again tonight. He's setting several records. Leader in touchdowns He was one behind. He had 41. He now has 45. Eclipsing Ryan Mortimer's record. I never thought I'd see that happen.
No, I agree.
And boom. What can you say? Well, Dale Leach,
Dave Rupert,
and Charles Lomberg are going to sign off. Thanks for having us in your home, folks. Come back and listen to us again.
Good night.